When you are in that room and you are already the biggest, the brightest star, then how would you grow? Environment is both good and bad. It will be bad if you surround yourself with people who are bad influence, toxic people, toxic relationships. If you surround yourself with people who will constantly lift you up, cheer you on, and would want to see you succeed, then chances are you will succeed. Hi, I'm Julian Pineda. I have been broke for half of my life, but I realized that life is so much more than just paying the bills. From being a working student to working multiple jobs for 16 hours a day, I did whatever it took, not just to survive, but to thrive. As a result, I was able to become financially free before I reached 30. My goal is to educate, inspire, and move people to be their best, and in my own way, contribute to nation building. Let's talk about what I call a social environment. This is the who we are always with, the people who we always talk to, spend most time with. Sooner or later, they will have an influence on you and they will help shape who you are. For example, you go on a trip and you live in your uncle's place, and you are a meat lover while your uncle and his family are heavy veggie eaters. So think about it. If you stay there for about a month, what's gonna happen to you after that time period? Most likely, your beliefs will change, and on how you see vegetables, it will have a different perspective. Now, that's only 1 month, but they already had a sort of influence on you because that is your environment. Now magnify that to a year, 5, or even 10 years. What's gonna happen to you? For sure, your beliefs and how you look at things will have a different set of meaning. Now, here's the thing. Similarly, do you know anybody in your circle or probably a friend of yours who used to be very bubbly and optimistic, and they're so lively, they have a very contagious smile? Then after not seeing them for a couple of years, all of a sudden they're sad, they're lonely, they're very negative. They just complain and rant about anything. How many of you can relate to that or know someone in your circle, right? Now, why did that happen to them? Chances are, in my belief, it happened because they are stuck in an environment that they don't like. They are with people that are pulling them down. They have a boss who hates them. They have people surrounding them who are jealous of them. And that's the reason why they became miserable. And they are just there because they are trying to survive, because they have bills to pay. Environment is both good and bad. It will be bad if you surround yourself with people who are bad influence, toxic people, toxic relationships. If you stay long enough with them, you will be a pessimist. They will drag you down. Your energy will go down. And before you know it, you become a complainer, a consistent ranter of the world. Because as the saying goes, misery loves company. And before you know it, you are already that miserable person. Now, on the other hand, if you use your environment to your advantage, it can propel you to success. Why? Because if you surround yourself with people who will constantly lift you up, cheer you on, and would want to see you succeed, then chances are you will succeed. If you want to learn about cars, who would you talk to? A mechanic who's also a car enthusiast, or a doctor? Chances are you will be talking to the mechanic, of course. Now, if you need medical advice, who would you consult? The doctor or the lawyer? I would go for the doctor. Now, if you need legal advice this time, is it going to be the lawyer or the accountant? Obviously, the lawyer. And of course, if you want to build a house, who will you be talking to? The engineer, the accountants, the lawyers, or who? Of course, you would go for the architects, probably engineers, and interior designers. My point here is, you need to talk to the expert in that field, that expert in that industry. You need to be in a circle, in that space, that environment of experts, of masters, of gurus in their specific field. As the statement goes, if you are the smartest in the room, then you are in the wrong room. And you may have heard of this saying multiple times because it has been widely used by many successful people. Now, my opinion on that is, it's true. Why? Because when you are in that room and you are already the biggest, the brightest star, then how would you grow? There's no room for growth anymore, right? Now, you need to be in a room wherein you need to humble down so that you can be open to absorb many learnings, get inputs and ideas and advices from the people who are better and more successful and more accomplished than you are. Now you might be thinking, oh Julian, if it's that easy, then how come a lot of people still want to be in a room wherein they're the big shot or the big boss? Now my answer to that is pride. Yes, you heard it right. Pride. Why? Because there is power being in a room wherein you are the big guy out there, you're the richest, wealthiest, smartest, you know a lot of things, and people consult you. Yes, there is power in that one. But here's the thing. Yes, there is power, but if you really think about it, how is that serving you? Are you growing or you are in a constant plane of stagnation? Be honest and assess yourself. Are you in a space wherein people are helping you out and you are very excited to get to work and wake up every morning? Do they lift you up, support your dreams, and make you better? If not, maybe it's the time to change your job. Now, you will tell me,
it would be a waste since I already invested time and effort, so I can't turn back.
Well, guess what? You can. This is what I call the sunk cost fallacy. Based on behavioral economics, it is described as the tendency to follow through on an endeavor if we already have invested time, effort, and money into it, whether or not the current costs outweigh the benefits. Simply put, we cling more to toxic relationships, environment, and even people that don't make us happy anymore, that don't serve us anymore, simply because we have already invested in it for years, not knowing that staying would be more detrimental to us. So we already talked about the social environment. Now let me touch a little bit on the physical environment. Now if you want to have a sound sleep and relax, now you need to have a bedroom which is a sanctuary, a paradise wherein you can sleep soundly at night. So with that being said, your environment needs to be clean, fresh, and it should have that vibe of relaxing and comfortable. Now, if you want to work and be productive, of course, similarly, you don't need or you cannot afford to have a desk or a workstation wherein it's cluttered, it's messy. So you take time to clean it all out. Similarly, with your emails, people don't know this, but you also need to clean your emails from time to time. You need to check out, there might be messages from over 5 years that you haven't even deleted, and this takes up so much space. So all of this will form part of your physical environment. After this video, I want you to assess your current environment, both social and physical. For your physical environment, when it's time to work, make sure that your workplace is ready for action. It means the gadgets, the hardware, the software, everything is laid out for you to focus on your work. And also, if it's time to go back to sleep, make sure that you don't have the TV or your laptop or any work related in your bedroom so that your mind and your body is focused and well rested to prepare you for the next day. Now, talking about the social environment, I also want you to assess this. In your current place, workplace, business, or wherever you are, do you have a voice? Are your ideas heard? Can you express your talents, your skills, your passion? Or can you truly be who you are? If the answer is yes, then stick to it because this environment is hard to find. But if you are not in this conducive environment, I strongly suggest that you change it. Why? Because we need to fly. An eagle cannot fly if it is surrounded with chickens. I know you get the point, right? So my message here is simple. Be the best, surround yourself in the best environment, because we only have one life to live. Let's make it count.